JJ?
He's feeling a little cooler.
Good.
Remind me to listen to you the next time you tell me, don't worry, it's no big deal. Babies get fevers all the time.
I can do that. It sounds like everybody's sleeping.
Daddy's magic touch.
So, maybe that'll give us some time to talk about what happened at the hospital today.
What's there to talk about? JJ had a fever, I overreacted. He's sleeping peacefully now. End of story. Think Parker will notice if I steal one of his chocolate sands?
Definitely. Get me one, too. We don't have to talk about it. Jack, do you think maybe you got so mad at John Dixon when you started questioning JJ's paternity? Because you're afraid he's right?
You think so too, don't you? You're on John Dixon's side. You think JJ isn't mine.
Honestly, Jack, I don't know what to think anymore. All I know is that when you add Julia into any equation, you've got to ask a lot of questions. Isn't there a chance, even the slightest chance, that JJ might be somebody else's son?
No.
Jack, think about it. You know Julia. She's smart. And she's dangerous, and if there was some way to skew the results of that paternity test,
we
she
were
would
all
have done
there,
it.
Carly. We were all there. We all saw the lab tech put the swabs in those little plastic tubes of blood in the cart and wheel it away.
All I'm saying is that with Julia's history, with all of her threats about how this baby would destroy us, shouldn't we at least consider the possibility that she might have orchestrated this whole thing from the beginning?
Do you know what my life has been like? Every time I walked into that garage for the last 2 years, seeing that little sled that I made for the baby that Julia and I lost, every time I see it, Carly, it's like a knife in my heart. It hurts like it was yesterday.
I know. I do know what that feels like. I know how it hurts, Jack, and I know for how long.
I didn't have a face or a name for that baby, Carly. I never got to hold him. But JJ is my son. I love him. I know him. He's a part of me, Carly. He's a part of my life. He even looks like me. All you gotta do is take one look at the kid, and I know that he's my son.
Jack, what if there is another father out there somewhere? And what if his arms are aching to hold his little boy? What if there is a daddy out there somewhere who's missing out on the first few months of his little boy's life? Some poor guy who had to go through Christmas, he had to go through New Year's
Would you
without
stop
his
saying
son.
things like that,
Jack,
please?
you heard what John Dixon said. JJ has scoliosis, Jack. And there is no evidence of that in your medical history or in Julia's. Don't you think we at least have to consider that he might not be yours?
How? How could something like this happen?
I don't know.
Maybe there was a mix-up after Julia gave birth. You know what happens? Babies get switched sometimes. Maybe my kid is still out there somewhere.
Or maybe Julia stole a newborn baby from his parents because she was never pregnant.
That's not true. It's not true. Because if that were true...
I know. I told you I know what it's like to lose a child, Jack. You don't just lose a baby, you lose all the hopes and the dreams you had for it. It is the most difficult thing in the world. But maybe in time and with some...
No, don't say that time heals all wounds.
No, I know. We both know that isn't true. But somehow, some way, we do go on. And time carries you farther and farther away from the pain. And in time, when you hear his name, it won't hurt so bad, Jack. And you'll remember with smiles instead of tears, and you will go on.
I look at him sometimes, you know, and I wonder, what if it were a baby that you and I had had together? And I picture myself holding this little kid with your nose and my smile. A baby we always dreamt of having. Whatever happens with JJ, I want to have that baby with you, Carly. I want that more than anything.
Watching you with JJ has been a revelation, Jack. Listening to you whisper to him, seeing how gently you hold him. I have fallen in love with you all over again. You made me want to be a part of his life.
And here we are sitting around talking about how we're gonna lose him. How does that happen?
We'll take another test, Jack. And we'll see what the results are.
I am so glad that I'm going through this with you. I hope John's wrong. I hope there's been some kind of mistake and there's some reasonable explanation that can clear this whole thing up. But if you're right, and I'm not JJ's father, and there's a real daddy out there that's missing him.
Jack, I know we never talked about a timetable or anything. If we lose JJ, and I pray we don't, but if we do, maybe we could start working on the rest of our family sooner rather than later.
Are you serious about starting a family of our own? We haven't talked about this for months.
We're talking now about a child, our child. And, Jack, there's something that I've wanted to tell you. And since there's never a perfect opportunity to say something like this,
You know what? Let me get that. I don't want to wake up JJ. Hold that thought.
Hi, Jack. Sorry to barge in like this.
No, come on in.
Hi, Carly. Happy New Year. Thanks, you
What's
too.
going on?
I wanted to let you know that Hal is back in town.
That's good. How's he doing?
He got dealt kind of a major blow. Turns out the DA wants Will to be observed for 30 days in Memorial Psych Ward. And I wanted to give you a heads up on that in case you were going to call Hal.
No, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. Thanks for telling me in person.
Sure. Yeah, fine. I'll get out of your hair.
Margo, listen, I was wondering, did your father say anything about JJ today?
No, is JJ okay?
No,
It's
he's okay.
Yeah?
He's fine. He's fine. He had a little fever, so I insisted on bringing him by the ER, you know, just to be on the safe side. And John told me that JJ may not be mine.
Oh, Jack, how?
Now, it's a long story. Listen, do me a favor. Start searching the missing database for any babies that went missing late September, early October. If I'm not his father, and And there are parents out there who are worried and missing him. So I want to make sure I do the right thing.
Absolutely, anything I can find. I'm really sorry, Jack.
Thanks.
Okay. You are such a good man, Jack.
How come I don't feel it? I'm gonna call Hal, see how he's doing.
I'll keep an ear out for JJ.
Okay, thanks. I love you. Hey, that thing you wanted to tell me before Margo got here, what was that all about? What was that thing you wanted to tell me about?
I wanted to tell you, Jack, that I love you. Madly. And no matter what happens with JJ, we'll get through it together. We belong together, Jack. Forever.
That means the world to me. I'm gonna give John Dixon a call and schedule that DNA test.